Guys, what's up, all of you beautiful ladies and gents? Today, oh my god, I just realized I'm not wearing my wedding ring and I'm not wearing it in the video I filmed previously. We're not getting a divorce. Let me just put that out there now. I'm just lazy. Today we're going to be doing live swatches or eye swatches of the new ABH Amrezy palette. This packaging is so damn beautiful and I'm trying not to get so hype about packaging anymore. I'm trying to like reel that in because the packaging can't be like a thing, and because also it can be wasteful, it can be hard on the environment. So I'm trying not to make a big deal about packaging, so I'll just say this is pretty. I don't know what else to say. This is the Amrezy palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I will say, when I saw this online, I thought, I said, I'm not even gonna waste my money. And then I wasted my money. No, I'm kidding. I did end up purchasing it because a lot of you guys asked for eye swatches, and I can't deny the people what they want. When I got this in person, I thought this was 10 times prettier than I thought it was online. I think they need to work on how they photograph their palettes, because I felt like almost all the detail was washed out in the photos that I saw anyway. There might be better ones now, I'm not sure. But when photos first started popping out, it looked pretty, you know, just not very exciting. It looked bland to me. It looked typical. It looked standard. I will say, the one thing I don't love is when palettes always have this random pop of blue in there. Sure, it's a nice blue, and I actually think it fits this theme because it's kind of like a Barbie theme. So I think it fits. But I really look down on palettes that just stick a blue in there so they can be like, we're so wild. Oh my god, crazy. It's like every brand's go-to, I swear. Like, oh, this looks like 10 other palettes that exist. Oh, throw a blue in there. How about a teal? Perfect. That's just how it feels. I see that blue and I'm like, really? Who's wearing that blue? Who's wearing that blue? Anyway, so if you guys are new to my live swatching videos, hi, how are ya? I'm Shay. I can be a little annoying, I know. Stick in there, I swear. You can honestly just mute me, watch the swatches. I don't care if you don't like me or how I talk. If I'm a little much, I get it. I hear that a lot. Just mute me, watch the swatches, because this will be really helpful for you. We swatch every single eyeshadows on my eyes so we can see how they apply, their pigmentation. Are they chalky? Are they dusty? Are they weird? We figure that all out together right here. So we're gonna go ahead and get crack-a-lackin' with this. Let me zoom you beautiful bitches in. Hold on. I will say, as much as I love glitter, this palette's really annoying. It's actually getting glitter all over my hand, so and like all over my desk. I like the idea of it, but it's gonna be annoying to have a scratchy glitter palette. Like, it's not smooth. It's like, you hear that? That's the glitter. This is okay. It's quite powdery. I feel like I'm getting more powder than I'm getting pigment. And I think it's meant to be soft, but damn, it's really powdery. I like it just fine, but I know that I have other colors in this kind of very light peachy color shade that just, I mean, this is so powdery. Do you see all the powder residue or all the kickback on the palette? Not to mention, I feel like it already dipped just a little bit. I think that one is just way too soft. I think it'll look really nice as a brow highlight or lightly all over the lid like this or on the inner corner, but it's just so much freaking eyeshadow flying everywhere for just this barely little strip of pigment. It's not enough for me. So, there is the shade Wasted. A waste of space, no I'm kidding. Also, really quick, I do want to let you guys know I am a huge Amrezy fan, okay? I literally have 4 of her ABH highlighters because I could never be without it. I think she's a goddess and I think she's amazing. Sometimes like fans will come over, a fan of Amrezy. I don't want them to be like, you just hate it because it's I love her, okay? I support that woman fully. Anything she comes out with, I buy. So anyway, let's move on. Let's hope we get better luck with the next shade. This next shade I am really excited about. This is one of the ones I was like, ooh, when I opened it up. It's kind of like a purple teal duochrome glittery. I'm gonna use my finger on this one. I think it'll be best. This is Barb's, or just Barb, not Barb's. But yeah, it's like a pretty lavender with like an aqua shift to it. I hope you guys will be able to see. So let's first start dry. I don't have a wet lid or anything like that. I think this is really pretty, and I know I'm gonna sound crazy because it looks really it's subtle, but it's unique. I don't have a lot of lavenders with this green teal flip to it. And you can actually kind of still see the lavender, like when you turn. God, I hope my camera picks it up. I don't know that it will. I think this is beautiful. See, this is a shade that excites me in this palette. Build a little bit more up. Oh, it's so pretty, you guys. It is so pretty. Let me wet my finger just a little bit. So I just get some of the shadow on my finger, a little spritz of setting spray, and see if that maybe makes it a little more metallic or what the deal is. Oh yeah, that makes it a lot more glossy. Oh my god, that changed the game. It looks much more pigmented when you do that. Oh my goodness, this is the most beautiful eyeshadow. This I love. And I just don't think you could see this amazingness in their photos. Once you get it wet, you like actually still see the lavender on the lid, and then you turn and it's this aqua color. But it is very unique. You don't see these often, and it is super gorgeous. So there is the shade Barb. The next shade is called Liddy. This is actually a glitter, kind of like, it's not jelly, but it's like, it's glitter. It's not an eyeshadow. And I know people are really sick of seeing glitters in palettes. I see that comment all the time on my videos. And I'm telling y'all, I don't think it's gonna go away anytime soon. I actually think, in fact, I think in 2020, it's gonna be worse because I feel like brands are trying to kind of mimic or catch up to ColourPop. But the difference is, this is beautiful, by the way. The difference is ColourPop can produce so quickly because they have their own labs and everything, like right in-house. They can turn out things in a day if they want to. Other brands can't do that. So the things that they've started months ago into last year won't be coming out till maybe around now or a little later, but they're things that they were working on before then. I think a lot of people are trying to catch up to what ColourPop's doing, and they just can't. So by the time that theirs comes out, we've already moved on to other things. And I think the glitter palettes, more than anything, kind of really fall in that category. I mean, it all started with the liquid lipsticks. That's what happened. I know a lot of brands have always had liquid lipsticks, but when ColourPop really started producing all of those liquid lipsticks, like remember right in the beginning, it was just liquid lip after liquid lip. 5-6 months later, we see every brand in the universe come out with all these liquid lipsticks. I do think there are brands out there who have a real sense of true identity of who they are as a brand. And I think there are some others that are kind of stumbling or struggling right now. They're not quite sure how to break through, how to kind of get that credibility or to get that hype around them, that excitement. So they start to look at brands who are doing super well. ColourPop is at the top of the charts right now. So I do feel like a lot of brands look at what is ColourPop doing right now? Oh, they have glitters in their palettes. Let's start a production of glitters in palettes. You know, whatever palette, and we'll throw some glitters in there and it's gonna be amazing. But then that palette takes months to produce instead of ColourPop's quick turnaround, and by then we've already moved on. It's like this never-ending game. It fascinates me. But anyway, I didn't mean to ramble on. That is Liddy. It is gorgeous. It is kind of like, it's like a princess pink kind of in there. The overwhelming shade is this kind of coppery gold, but it makes for a really pretty combination, so I really like it. There is the shade Litty. The next shade is called Cupcake. It's this beautiful purple lavender. And I'm first applying this with a dry brush, though I think it's going to be best used wet. But we'll start off this way. This is my Sigma Cream Color E58 brush. It's very pretty. It's not unique. It fits the theme, but it's definitely not the most unique. What I will say about it, the whole metallic level of it, it's pretty metallic. So that makes me like it more than maybe other purples I have in this color. It's not just like straight purple, it is like a Barbie purple. I do love how this shade really fits and ties into the theme. Let's spray the brush and go ahead and apply some on this way and see if that changes it up at all. Definitely just amplifies the whole glossy metallicness of it, brings a little more life to it and a little more like smoothness, you know? If you watch my channel normally or my live swatching videos, you know there's this whole debate I'm having with myself right now on whether or not I like purple. I personally say that I hate the color purple. I hate it. But yet I keep trying purple shadows and I really like how they look. So you guys keep telling me that I like purple. I don't like purple. Clearly I'm having some sort of weird internal struggle with the color purple. Maybe I need therapy, I'm not sure. But I like this purple. I don't like purple, but I do like this purple. I don't like purple, okay? The very next shade is Dragon. This is a shimmery shade. We'll first start out dry like we do. It's not that it's a bad shade, but as of now with a dry brush, it doesn't really grab me. Is there like a cool flip to it or anything? Like, God, the fallout with these shadows, man, crazy. No. All right, let's wet the brush and see if that makes an improvement. It's not that it's an ugly shade, don't get me wrong. It's just, you know, we do these for the wow moments. And when we don't have a wow moment, it's just kind of like, meh. So that, of course, just makes it a lot more vibrant and kind of glossy, metallic smoothness. It's okay. I do like that it is kind of like a yellowy golden. It's like a French fry. And I do enjoy French fries. But for it to be called Dragon, I would have expected more. That shouldn't matter. Anyway. There's a shade Dragon. It's cute. It's okay. I'm not in love. All right, here we go with this blue. This one is Leo, which is my youngest cat's name, so I'll allow it. Oh, this blue. I I already told you guys how I feel. I will say I'll give, you know, the palette more credit for this blue because it is a Barbie theme. I don't know if I said that already or not, but it makes sense with it being a Barbie theme. I just feel like brands do this a lot. They just throw in this crazy blue to make it like, whoa. It is very bright, actually. I really like it. It is almost borderlining neon. It's quite bright. So there it is, applied dry, very pigmented, very nice. Let's wet the brush now. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That really intensified it. Now I like this blue because this is different. It's super electric. Wow. That is crazy, crazy bright. Though I'm not drawn to using these, there's not a big chance I'll wear it. I appreciate that it is super neon when you wet it. It is super vibrant. So it is a little more unique and a little more special and a little more okay to be in this palette. We've got a stage 5 clinger here, people, okay? It is a stainer. I repeat, Leo is a stainer. I used a makeup remover wipe. I used eye makeup remover. I used oil. That shit stained, and God, I hope it's off by tomorrow. Blues can be tricky. Normally, like pinks or reds, they do fade by the next day. A blue can be tricky. And now the next shade is another glitter, a pressed glitter. This is Gemini. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do Gemini on the stained eye. Oh, I love this glitter. It's a really, really gritty kind of gold. I love how gritty it looks. What else is in there? I can't quite pick up, maybe like a kind of real dirty bronze. I can't pick up the other shade in there. All right, I just can't tell what it is to make it more gritty and not so like Hollywood gold. It's like an antique-y gold. And I love that. Love it, love it, love it. That is so fun and glamorous, a little dingy, and it's just everything. These are the types of golds I like. I don't like a real gold. I like a gold like this. It's a little cooler, a little more modern, a little more chic. Super pretty. So that is the glitter Gemini. The next shade we are swatching is Georgina. This last one on the end here. This one is dark enough. I think it'd be fine to go on our stained lid here. Oh, I like this a lot. This is so pretty. It's not unique. You guys know I love colors like this, so I can't help but light up when I see colors like this. It's again a little more, I hate using the words dingy and grimy, but it's more gritty. It's not super Barbie, I guess I would say. A little more muted, not very wow, but like that's kind of what makes me love it. It's just gorgeous all on its own. This is one I don't think I would use this wet personally. It's so soft. I just think using it wet, it would get a little murky, a little weird. So this is one I would just use dry personally, and I love it. Again, not unique, but I know that I love these colors. I can't help it. So that is the shade Georgina. The next shade is Amrezy. By the way, if you hear any weird noises in the background, Lola has joined us, and she's playing with God knows what over there. So, ooh, super bright pink. Again, a little powdery. I don't always love how powdery the ABH shadows are. I love their shadows. Like, I love the finished look. Do you know what I mean? When I've done a look with them, but like fallout galore. But even the Makeup Geek shadows that I just swatched on my eyes last week, if you guys missed that video, I'll link it down below if I remember. I am just thrilled beyond words with those shadows. I have a like multi-look video coming up with those shadows. They have a lot of fallout, but I love the shadows so very much, so much. So this I actually thought would be a little brighter, and it's a bright pink, don't get me wrong, but I was hoping for more of that neon. I would have loved just a neon matte pink. I think would have been really cool. It's okay. We've seen this 1,000 times. I think ColourPop has like 100 of these shades, honestly. The next shadow is Anastasia here, and honestly, this looks like one that I think is going to go on best with fingers. It looks really buttery, very similar to Barb. I don't know, I'm just getting that feeling. You guys know when you see a certain texture and you're like, oh, I should probably do that with my fingers. That's how I feel with this one. It's not that it's wet or creamy. You know what? It's nice. I love the warm glow of this one. It's just how many more times are we going to see these pinky golden shimmer shadows? I swear to you guys, how many times do you hear me say this? I do live swatching videos all the time, and I feel like I say this at least once in a live swatching video. Like, let's halt on all of the pinky golden flippy shadows. Clearly has like a pink rosy base, but it has this kind of gold flip to it. Okay, we get it. I'm telling you, I've said this before. I have a theory that this is like the cheapest eyeshadow to make in the world. This exact color combination, because it's in every fucking palette. I swear to you, I'm onto something. It must cost 2 pennies to create this eyeshadow because every palette in the world has it. I'm sorry, do they see us all running around with this eyeshadow color? Is this, am I just not in on it? Like, is this a thing? Does everyone love these pinky golden shimmer shadows and I just don't know it? It's not that it's not gorgeous. It is very pretty. It's been very pretty the past 900 times I've seen it, and it's the same every fucking time. And it's just like, could you try a purple and a gold? Could you try anything else in a gold? Could you do a maroon and a gold? A green and a gold? Like, what is it? What is it with this one shadow that's in every fucking palette? Honestly, you guys, I've about had it. I've about had it. This is always, this and the blue shadow. This is always like the go-to, real quick, I need some filler, let's throw in the blue and the pinky golden. That's it. It's like, oh, I just can't possibly, out of all the color combinations in the world, I can't think of 2 eyeshadows. So let's throw in a blue, let's throw in a good old pinky golden. I mean, it's just infuriating because, like, I have been dreaming of a makeup collab or a palette for years. For like 10 years, since I started my channel like 10 years ago. I dream of having a palette. As God is my witness, if I am ever blessed enough to have an eyeshadow palette collaboration, which I'll be honest, the numbers are against me. I don't think I ever will. As God is my witness, if I'm ever lucky enough to have an eyeshadow palette of my own from any brand in the world, there will be no random floating electric blue and there will be no of this pinky, golden, standard eyeshadow filler color. I'm sick of it. Let's stop. I'm enjoying this palette. Don't take this bad attitude as I don't like the palette, but this has to stop. Or at least make it a little more original. How many times have we seen this godforsaken color? Honest to God, just stop it. If I've had enough, I'm sure you guys have had enough. Who's using this shadow that much that we need to have it in every single palette? I don't think anybody in their right mind is. So, oy vey, I swear. And the most frustrating part of it is, like, Amrezy is Norvina's like BFF. They're like BFF. I would hope that being BFF of Norvina would mean that you get, like, you can do like the craziest colors in the world that you want. You could just go nuts, I would hope. You would just be like, Norvina, let's knock this shit out of the park. But no, they bring this. They bring the rosy goldy eyeshadow that everyone has and a pop of blue. Just push the envelope a little bit more, please. Just a little bit more. I mean, you are ABH. Bring it, people. Anyway, let's move on. The next shade is New Yorker, which I love. And it's, oh, hey, Lolo. Lolo is saying hi, everybody. It is a matte shadow, and it's pretty. It's a nice, pretty, warm, really warm brown. It's pretty. You know what I like about this one is it kind of has a mustardy tone to it. I'm a little worried. I don't want you guys to think this is an eyeshadow. I'm worried I did not take my translucent powder up through the crease, because if you can tell, it's got that band. Can't say for sure that it was from the eyeshadow. Every time I do one of these swatches, I do a little concealer on my lid and then I set it with a ton of translucent powder, and I can't remember if I set that little section with translucent powder or not. But I like this color because it has a lot of mustard to it. When I first saw these two next to each other, I was like, oh, I hope they're not like identical. But now I see this one's much richer and it's got that cool yellow tone to it. And I really like this shade. I would definitely use this color a lot. So that is the shade New Yorker. The next shade is OG. Oh my God, again, it's just so much powder. Oh, I don't mean to go in aggressively, and I honestly don't think I go in that aggressively, but maybe I do. I don't know. They're just so powdery. So let's pop this baby on. This is a nice, soft, warm brown. Not unique at all. Definitely have seen these before. It's got a lot of red in it. Just a soft, matte, kind of tan, kind of warm brown. It's a nice color. I will definitely use this color. Nothing unique at all. In fact, I think this whole last row is going to be pretty like, all right. But it's good to have these shades in a palette with so much color and so much, you know, texture and glitter and stuff. We need something to blend that all out with. So it's a good shade. The next shade is Senza. Ooh, I like this one. This is like a nice orchidy type. It's not like a straight purple. It's got some magenta, some fuchsia, some brightness in there. It is a little dry though. I'll say for some reason this one, like I can hear when I put my brush in it, I can like hear it scraping it or whatever. And I can tell by the way it's going on, it's slightly patchy. For this one, I would use a tackier base to really get it to pop, or even put it on top of like a black base or a white base or a, you know, black eyeliner or a cream shadow. Oh yeah, this one's super dry. Super, super, super dry. I don't know if you can see it right in the middle where it's really not going on super well. I mean, it's not a good sign when you can like hear it. I can hear it when my brush touches the shadow. That's kind of strange. I love the color, actually. I love this color. It might be one of my favorite colors of the whole palette, but it's gonna need a good base to get a solid opaque color deposit on your eyelid. Getting down to the end of it, the next shade is 1988. A lot of kickback on that one. Wowza! The more I tap my brush, like, just heaps are falling off. You all know I live for a good, deep espresso brown. This one's more chocolatey than espresso, but it is deeper. It looks like a literal coffee bean, and I love that. This one's a little patchy too, a little dry. However, I think this one we could definitely get to work, especially if you're using it like in the crease. I think you'll be fine. Oh, you know what? It's not so patchy actually. Now that I see it, it just needed one more good layer, but goodness gracious, this fallout is unreal. Oh my God. Look at me. I'm a mess. Anyway, it's a good chocolate brown. Doesn't blow my skirt up. It's nothing new, nothing unique, but every palette needs a good little brown in my opinion. So there's the shade 1988. The next shade is BK. You guys know I love a good matte black. And I'm one of the few people who think a matte black shadow should be in every single palette. I know not everyone feels that way. I'm very passionate about my matte blacks, so this one's a little on the dry side too. It's workable with a few layers. It's just, gosh, these mattes are really dry. Not all of them, specifically Semsa and this BK, but I'm like a black eyeshadow like connoisseur. I love black eyeshadow, so I'm a harsh critic, but to me it does feel a little dry. In fact, there's like one patch it won't cover, so. But when I back up like this, like it'll pass. It'll be fine. I'm just super picky about black eyeshadow. So there's the shade BK. And the very last shade here is Yugo. We'll just go ahead and do that on this eye. Oh, this is pretty, like a really deep plum. Super smoky and sexy. I love this color. And this one does not feel as dry as the past few did. I could pack this one on all day. I love how beautiful that color is. My goodness. Huge thumbs up for Yugo. Finally, because this last row, I don't know. Okay, forgive my mess of the face right now. I have shadow everywhere. I look insane, I know. Let's just do final thoughts really quickly. It's not that I think it's a bad palette. I think for maybe someone who's just breaking into a more colorful world would enjoy this palette. I mean, you have some pretty brights, you have glitters, and then you have a decent amount of matte, just like standard shadows to build a look. So in like theory, it has all the compartments for a great palette. But when it comes down to it, there weren't many wow moments for me. I will say Barb was a wow. Liddy was kind of a wow. Cupcake was a wow. I really liked that one. Gemini, Georgina. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So literally a shadow less than half the palette I really loved. Do I see myself reaching for this palette a lot? No, I don't. And you know, there are things that make me want to reach for it, like the Barb shadow, and Gemini and Georgina, or this shadow here. Those ones I will reach for. I just know that when I do reach for this palette and when I do use it, I'm going to use the same shadows over and over and over. I'm going to ignore the blue, and I'm going to ignore this freaking one that everyone puts in every single palette. I'm going to ignore Dragon. I probably won't use Liddy that much. It's just okay. I don't think it's absolutely necessary whatsoever. And I love Amrezy. Please know I love Amrezy. I hope no one watches this video thinking I just don't like it because of Amrezy. Like I said, I have 3, 4 of her highlighters just like on standby as backups because I'm obsessed with that. And I love her. I support her fully in everything she does. I think she's amazing. But this palette just, it wasn't it for me. And I think it vibes with her. I think it just doesn't vibe with me. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Were you super wowed by anything in this palette? Like I said again, also, I do think the packaging is pretty. The glitter is kind of rough and a little annoying, but it's cute. It is cute. So those are my thoughts on the Amrezy palette. Are you guys going to be picking it up? Did you pick it up already? It is out now, so I'll link it down below for you. In my just humble opinion, I would not say it's necessary. And I think if it went missing, I would not miss it. I wouldn't be like, you know, where's my Modern Renaissance? Because Modern Renaissance is like, you know, in my heart forever. That's such a memorable palette to me. This one really isn't, and if it went missing tomorrow, I just don't even think I would notice. So those are my thoughts. I might do a look with this just to, so I don't waste it. I mean, I did buy it, so. Anyways, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for watching. By the way, if you liked my face makeup today before I ruined it with these live swatches, I just filmed and uploaded, this is already on my channel, my full face first impressions of the Tati Beauty blendyful. I did my whole face with it today. Not that you can tell now because it looks like crap, but I highly recommend you guys check out that little tutorial review first impression situation because it was just a roller coaster of emotions and I think you would enjoy that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I'm going to stop talking your ears off. Have a good day, have a good night, and I'll see you guys again probably tomorrow, if not the next day. Very soon. Bye!